Today on College Football 26 Dynasty, I'm going to be doing another Dynasty, but this time I cannot recruit quarterbacks, meaning I might need maybe just a running-only playbook or a running-based playbook is what I meant to say. I'm rarely ever going to pass, and I don't think I can make a playbook. Well, I can make a playbook, but it will not allow me to actually play with that playbook in simulation, which I'm not going to be allowed to jump into games, by the way. But anyway, here today I'm thinking of using Liberty because I'm pretty sure I did some research. They have a pretty good running playbook, so I think I'm gonna go with Liberty, honestly. But anyway, as for my backstory, I'm just now finding out it's called a backstory. But I'm thinking of going tactician because I feel like that's just the best one if you're not gonna do games or if you're not gonna jump into games. But yeah, anyway, let's make our coach. We're going to make his name Sir Aschique Von Touchdown. That's French, okay? He's French. He's from France. Sir Aschique Von Touchdown. That's his name, okay? It's not Sir Aschique Von Touchdown. He's not a bad word guy thing. But anyway, here, it doesn't matter. Offensive playbook, I did choose Liberty, of course, as I am rebuilding Liberty today. And all the demeanor stance, adaptive AI, no huddle style. I don't know if that, makes a difference or anything. I don't know how that works. I don't know what it means or whatever, but Liberty's actually pretty solid in the Conference USA. They did have a 12-1 season 2 years ago. I mean, unfortunately they did go 7-5 the year after that, but still really good for this team, I guess. But anyway, here, of course, I do have a quarterback. First of all, I want to say I do have a quarterback for year number 1. I can't cut him. I don't want to mess anything with the depth chart, which I'm just saying that because I forgot to do that, honestly. But anyway, I'm just going to focus on running back and blocking for my tactician coach. I feel like that's the best option for us because you need your lineman to block whenever you're running the ball, and you need your running back to be really good. And I am going to go down motivator as well and recruiter, obviously. I'm going to do running back and blocking for that thing as well, but yeah, anyway, hopefully I can unlock all the other things too, like talent developer, architect, or what's the other one? Strategist. That's the orange one, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah. Anyway, here, my offensive coordinator, he's also a scheme guru. He doesn't have running back or O-line for any of his traits. I don't know what they're called. Abilities, that's what they're called. But anyway, our defense coordinator, I might have to end up firing him. But anyway, here's a look at our recruiting board. Nothing too important, just a bunch of 3 stars, 2 stars, and I did unfortunately have to scout some 1 stars. I have a very unique style of recruiting, but guess what? It works, okay? I think I can finish this rebuild in maybe 6 seasons, maybe. Anyway, though, we ended up winning our first game against FCSE's 44-7, so that's cool. I just want to see how our running and passing was with 203 yards from our quarterback, 2 touchdowns, and our running back, Julian Gray. This guy's really good. 114 yards to 3 touchdowns. What a guy. And our backup running, or no, that's our quarterback. He had 79 yards. And our backup running back, our actual backup running back, he only had 32 yards. But our receiving and defense was also solid, which means I guess I should actually focus on defense a little bit, maybe, but I'm not going to do that. But anyway, I did get tactician maxed out for my running and blocking, so that's really good for this season. I am going to go down motivator next. Once again, if you do not remember, I am going to do running back and blocking. Unfortunately, I can't do it yet because I'm not level 10 for my coach yet. But anyway, now in mid-season here, we are 6-0 on the season. We're so far undefeated. I did end up getting motivator unlocked. I only have level 3 for running back, which I can get up to level 4 for my running back ability for motivator. I don't know what it all does, which I mean I do. I just don't look at it, But anyway, we are indeed 6-0. We actually are really, really solid. I mean, I was gonna say I am the best team in the Conference USA before this video started, but I didn't know if they were just gonna be the best of the best. So 12-0. I don't know if it's realistic or not, but who knows? We are Liberty, but our running our running. He has 472 yards, 5 touchdowns for Julian Gray, and our receiving's pretty solid, and our defense was pretty solid. But anyway, Caden Williams, he ended up having 258 yards. I'm pretty sure he played at Tulsa last year. I think he did. I'm probably thinking of a different running back, but yeah, anyway, as I said, our receiving's pretty solid, and our defense is pretty solid. And on the recruiting trail, it takes a long time to recruit when you have horrible grades, okay? I'm a top 100 class. We only have 2 guys which, I mean, I still have guys on my board that I need to do. This guy doesn't have his deal breaker, right? Joe Wall, a 3-star tight end. Let's see, what's his deal breaker? It's probably going to be the clutch. This is like my favorite deal breaker from College Football 25 because it was like so simple to do. It was just three hard sells or whatever it's called in a row. It was easy to remember, but unfortunately they changed it in College Football 26, as you see now. So yeah, that kind of made me disappointed, but hey, I'm getting used to it now since we are like 4 months into 26, I'm pretty sure. No, probably like 3, but anyway, I did end up getting 2 2-stars and 1 1-star. One of them not being Wall, unfortunately, whatever his name was, that tight end that I hard sold, which, I mean, he was only top 5, so I'm not really expecting to get him, but we did get Taylor Washington, a right guards. And the other 2-star was a left tackle, and I don't remember what the 1-star was, but anyway, here we are, 7-0 now. We did end up being New Mexico State. It was only by 3 points, so 13-10, so that's a little scary. But anyway, we ended up going 11-1. Our trap game ended up being FIU, but we have Jacksonville State in the conference championship, or right now the Conference USA conference championship. That's a tongue twister almost, even though it's the exact same words 2 times in a row, but hey, whatever. I'm not good at speaking English, okay, as you can tell by now, most likely. But anyway, we end up having 11 guys here at mid-season, I should say. 3 3-stars, 4 2-stars, and 4 1-stars. Not the best class, but hey, it's your number 1. What can you really do about it? But anyway, let's see how our team did at the end of the season here. 2,911 yards for Ethan Bosco, our quarterback. 20 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He is a 77 overall, so I mean, I guess that's solid. But I mean, we're not really focusing on quarterbacks. I can't recruit him. But Julian Gray has 885 yards, so he's also doing pretty solid. We are a running school after all. But anyway, let's get into our Conference USA Championship game. Once again, I can't jump into games, so unfortunately I will have to send this, which, by the way, you might as well like and subscribe if you're enjoying this video so far. And yeah, share this video with your friends, do all that fancy stuff. Anyway, we got a 3-star left edge in Nico battles, not Nicole, but hey, whatever. We ended up getting a Defensive Player of the Week, 2 in the Conference USA 2, Joseph Carter, a Mike linebacker. But anyway, Byron Brown ended up winning the Heisman. I actually kind of want to see that in real life. He's a really fun player. I like USF. I'm actually like an hour away from the USF stadium, so that's cool. But we actually had a kicker who ended up winning the Lou Groza Award as well, so that's a little surprising, bit cool, I guess. But we ended up making the Idaho Potato Bowl, and we also won the Conference USA Championship, so that's a little confusing. I mean, I guess Iowa State, and we are a group of 5, and Iowa State's Power 4 in group of 4. Now it's not 5 and 5 instead of 4 and 4. But anyway, here, how do we do in the Conference USA Championship? It was only a 24-10 game, 14-point win for us over Jacksonville State. And yeah, let's see how our team did. Julian Gray ended up having 98 yards, no touchdowns, surprisingly. Ethan Bosco had 157 yards and 1 touchdown. Surprisingly, that was actually like not as much touchdowns as I was expecting, honestly. But let's get into this Idaho Potato Bowl against Fresno State. See how we do. Do we end up winning? We end up losing. Okay, yep, we are 12-2. Looks like someone's going to win Offensive Player of the Week. Yes, it's going to be Julian Gray. He had 110 yards. That should get him over 1,000 yards on the season, I'm pretty sure. But first of all, we have to check how we did in the Idaho Potato Bowl. We ended up losing 41-24. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, how are we doing on our recruiting tree? I never know what to call it. We only have 1s for all of our other things here, except for blocking and running game. Quarterback up to tier 1, receiving game, defensive lineman, and linebackers, I'm pretty sure. And then I have to get secondary up. But Miami ended up winning the national championship over Wisconsin here, 31-20. If you're wondering about that, I didn't expect Wisconsin to make it. I mean, I don't know if they're really necessarily good or not, but I mean, hey, I guess a team can dream, But now we got to get into players leaving, guys. We have a lot of guys who want to leave, so that's a little scary. Obviously, I can't ask quarterbacks to come back, but Von Blue, this running back, actually wants to graduate, or no, not graduate, wants to transfer. I don't know why I said graduate, but he's going to end up leaving. Okay, I probably should have checked where he went now that I think of it, but we're going to get this sophomore center to stay. He's 80 overall, so that's actually really good. But anyway, Caden Williams, not Caleb Williams, please say he does. And then we're going to go after Gabe Smith, this left guard. I'm going to make him stay. Dudley Dilliard, what a name that is. But Champ Montgomery, we might as well get a fullback too. He's going to stay. And I guess I should upgrade my defense as Dion Barnett ends up staying. And who else should I get? Probably this corner, most likely, but he's going to leave. Okay. That's not the greatest, but I mean, hey, at least we got like 6 more guys to stay than I thought I would, to be honest. Unfortunately, this year, no one would end up getting drafted, unfortunately, which I mean, we're 71 overall. What do you expect? Well, we were 72, but hey, whatever. We're basically 71. But did our recruiting thing change? Yes, it did. We have 13 total guys now. We now have 5 3-stars instead of 3 3-stars. Or maybe it was 2 3-stars. I actually don't really remember what it was, but I kind of only want to go after 3-star transfers in this class, which let's get into our transfer portal at our National Signing Day, which we had a 32-man class with 19 3-stars, 8 2-stars, and 4 1-stars. Great class here. I mean, I set out my goal of getting only 3-star transfers, and I did, but we lost a guy to Pitt and 2 to North Carolina. Big safety there. I guess we lost. This guy's our highest ranked guy. Oh, I know this guy is. Okay. I thought I clicked the national rank button, but I did not. This guy is star dev, though. This 3-star cornerback, Deloche? I don't know, but just a bunch of normals, impact, normal, impact, normal. It's all normals and impacts. Okay. Well, that's going to do it for that class. We only have 1 star, but hey, 1 star is better than no stars, I guess. As at the end of the season, no, it would be the beginning of the season, we're still at 71 overall. However, there is this like thing in college football 26 where it's like your team's like not like the overall that it is at training results, but it is when you hit the regular season. So it's a little odd, but I mean, I don't know really how that works, but Ryan Berger is going to be our only quarterback this year. He's a 68 overall, but Jalen Coleman's going to be our starting running back. He's a 79 overall, so he's actually pretty solid. But we have a really solid running back room. Caden Williams here is actually one of those guys I thought would be our running back too, but he's like our running back 4 though. But our O-line's pretty good. We have an 81 overall center, which was that guy that was going to transfer but didn't. But we also have a pretty solid defense and kicking and punting and whatnot, but we're going to be a 68 overall at the beginning of the season. I don't know why. I feel like we got better. Maybe it's because of our quarterback. Maybe it's because our quarterback left and he made the team bad. And I also made all of our other quarterbacks, the backup quarterbacks and whatnot, I did make them actually all running backs. So that's kind of funny, I guess. But anyway, we are going to get Motivator up to tier 1 for secondary. So that's going to get Motivator all done for me. And I guess Recruiter is up next, as once again I'm only going to focus on running and blocking. Ended up starting the mid-season once again, as this time we're 5-1, but our trap game this year came to Louisiana Tech where we lost 49-17. I don't know what happened in that game, honestly, but hey, we had some blowout wins and then we proceeded to get blown out. So I mean, I don't know what's happening with that, honestly, but let's check out our stats. Our quarterback's doing pretty bad, obviously, since, I mean, we also have a walk-on here, Marcus Strong. Almost had rock on for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway here, how is Marcus Strong, as a matter of fact? Did he, like, transfer in from anywhere? No, he wouldn't, because he's a freshman. So I don't know where that came from. But our rushing, 798 yards. Oh, my gosh, from Jalen Coleman. 3 touchdowns. And our backup running back is 8, Rashad Simmons. Wait, no, this is our starting running back, isn't it? No, it's not. I don't think it is. But our defensive receiving, once again, pretty solid. Honestly, I'm not looking at him, so I'm just going to say pretty solid every single time, honestly. But I'm only scouting 3 stars this time. Sorry, only recruiting 3 stars this time, as I only have 1 mix here, this cornerback. But yeah, I'm only scouting 3 stars, so it's better than last year. But anyway, we ended up making the Conference USA Championship. We're going to be playing Middle Tennessee. And how did we do on the season? We ended up going 10-2. I wonder who we ended up losing to. We ended up losing to New Mexico State. Okay, that's very odd. I was going to say it's a little odd. No, that is very odd. I don't know how that could have happened, but hey, I mean, it's EA, you know. It's not going to be the greatest game of all time, of course. But anyway, here, let's see who we are going to play, hopefully, in the college football playoff. First of all, we got to see if we win the Conference USA Championship, as will we? We do not. I know we did end up winning it, but now we're ranked 25th, as Fernando Mendoza, California legend, ended up winning the Heisman. I used to have a Cal Dynasty series, but that's now privated. But anyway, we're going to play the Independence Bowl against Arizona State. And yeah, let's see how we did in the Conference USA Championship first, as we ended up winning 24-34. I meant 34-24. It does not matter. And we're going to play Arizona State, as I said, in the Independence Bowl. First of all, let's get into stats before we do anything. Our final season stats, not our mid-season stats. Ryan Berger had 1,800 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Honestly, I was thinking of making him like go down in development, but then I realized I couldn't. But Jalen Coleman ended up having 1,724 yards, not 3,000, with 7 touchdowns. And our backup running back Rashad Simmons ended up having 646 yards and 11 touchdowns. And once again, our receiving and our defense was, of course, pretty solid. But anyway, here we are now at 66 overall, but we ended up losing. No, we ended up winning the Independence Bowl. Sorry, I thought we lost. I thought we went 12-0 for some reason, and the 12-2 meant we lost. I don't know where that came from, but I mean, hey, whatever, I guess. But anyway, we're actually basically just doing perfect, as like from what the other Liberty coach did. He went 12-1, or no, he went 13-1. Then we went 2 back-to-back 12-win seasons. I'm horrible at speaking English. That's on me, by the way. But we had a 27-19 win over Arizona State. Forgot to show that the first time around, and just showing we didn't have any forced wins or forced losses, and I didn't actually go through it. So I guess it looks like I cheated. But anyway, Florida ended up winning the national championship over Oklahoma this year. John Mateer versus GJ Lack. Wait, no, John Mateer's a senior, so he couldn't have played in that game. So never mind about that. Now we have to get into players leaving. Hopefully there's not as many as last year, which, I mean, we went the exact same record, so, I mean, there's probably going to be the exact same amount. Oh, no, Jalen Coleman wants to leave. He's going to leave. No, our backup running back, too. That's Caden Williams. That's not our backup running back. Wait, no, Jalen Williams was... Or wait, no, I'm getting my players mixed up now. What am I doing? Anyway, here, Caden Williams ends up wanting to leave as well. I'm probably going to want some just... all of our linemen, too. I'm going to want them to stay. Tavares Moses ends up staying. This guy, Disley, Quintarius, I can't read that. Quintarius Daly stays, not leaves. What am I on about? Nico Battles, I remember recruiting you. You're one of our guys that we actually talked about. You're going to end up staying. Austin Anderson ends up staying. Robert Clinton ends up staying. And Jimmy Kopp, this Will linebacker, ends up staying. Did I say Willie Kopp or Jimmy Kopp? I might be dyslexic. I'm not dyslexic. That is misinformation. I am self-diagnosed because I am Gen Z. No, I'm just kidding. That's horrible to say. That's on me. Shout out if you're dyslexic. You're the GOAT type. I don't know. But Carlos Flower, a 3-star Mike linebacker. We are first 4 is what I meant to say before my English just decided to die out or something. I don't know why I'm getting so many sore throats. I've been getting like 50 sore throats, and they've always come like every single month. I've gotten a sore throat so far, but I have 8 3-stars so far. That was unrelated, but I mean, I don't know. You guys can't tell because I just play through the pain low-key. But anyway, Auburn, we lost a left tackle to Auburn. It's a 3-star, so I don't know why the CPU controlled coaches always go after 3-stars when they're like a 5-star program, but they just do. We ended up signing a whole class of 35, which I got a 4-star running back, Deshaun Bishop, out of, I'm pretty sure it was like UCLA or something, but we ended up signing 1 4-star and 33 3-stars. 33 3-stars, that just feels like surreal, but it's like also like very disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, here, why can't you see the development trait? Sometimes it's like, for some reason, like the development trait, they show up for me, but they don't show up for you guys. But we just got a bunch of impacts and normals and whatnot. So yeah, we also lost a guy to Alabama, so that sucks. But anyway, here, let's get into training results. Hopefully we have a better class than we did last year. A better overall than we had last year, which we were a 68 at National Signing Day. Or no, at the regular season, not at National Signing, which still says we're in 66. But I mean, hey, at least we know already that it doesn't really matter what this is. I mean, Deshaun Bishop was an 88, first of all. Let's just get through that. Deshaun Bishop, this guy looks insane. He's a 4-star. He only has normal dev somehow. He's a senior, redshirt senior. 90 quickness, 91 elusiveness, 87 hands, 82 power, 79, not 97 route running. I wish he had 97 route running. He only has silver tier 360 as well, so that's very surprising for a 90 overall. He's actually kind of disappointing. I'm not going to lie. I mean, he's good. He's just, it doesn't... I don't know. It just doesn't look the best. But Evan Dickens is going to be our running back, too. He looks pretty good. Champ Montgomery is still here. Our receiving core is still trash. Of course, that's going to be trash if our quarterbacks are trash, of course. And our offensive line, I mean, our left tackle's better. Our left guards, I mean, they're okay. I guess our center's really good. Our right guards, that's actually bad. My controller just disconnected. What the heck? My battery just killed itself, I guess. But anyway, here, now that I got it back plugged in, our right tackle, he's pretty solid, I guess. And our defense, of course, is going to be solid again, as we are going to be a 72 overall with a 71 overall defense and a 74 overall defense. As I said, 71 overall offense is what I meant to say. That is on me. Deshaun Bishop is still here as our best player, which, I mean, I don't know why I said that. The regular season is the exact same as the training results, except your team overall. Actually, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it would make sense that your training results would just be for your players, and the regular season would be your real overall, because that would be for your team, and training results would just be for your players. So I guess that actually does kind of make sense, right? I think it would. But anyway, our defense is still pretty good. We actually have a really solid corner core, so that's really good. We have a really good defensive back core in general. Our free safety and strong safety were like 83, 84, I'm pretty sure is what it said. So I might as well actually show off the schedule this year instead of just making you guess what it is. But we're going to have Virginia Tech, FCS East, and Coastal Carolina, UConn, and the non-con. So it's going to be very good. UConn and the non-con. That's like another tongue twister that I keep on tongue twisting. But anyway, here, I'm not going to customize any of the schedule, but we actually ended up going 6-6 on the season. We lost to Virginia Tech 41-13, by the way, but oh my gosh, 41-13, but then you go 6-6. What happened to us? Anyway, I got recruiting up at least, so I can get blocking up to tier number 3. I was going to say only tier number 2, but no, I get it up to tier number 3. And I got running all the way maxed out already at a level 4. Anyway, let's take a look at how I'm doing on the ground. On the recruiting board on the season. And I don't know why this happens. Why is Texas going after the 3-star? They should never go after 3. And it's only when your team like recruits them or scouts or puts them on your board. It's the only time it happens. I don't know why. It just makes me mad for no reason at all. So we're probably gonna lose them. But anyway, sorry for the shortcut there. My video did end up glitching, unfortunately, so I had to cut it out in the YouTube Studio Editor. But I'm thinking of keeping my offensive coordinator. I don't know why I said it like that. Offensive coordinator. But I'm thinking of firing my defensive coordinator. Oh my gosh, my English is horrible. Defensive coordinator. I did end up firing him. So I am going to end up choosing a new defensive coordinator because of our 6-6 season. But our quarterback ended up hitting 2,000 yards, 19 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. Nothing really shocking, nothing really important. He's actually a 76 as a walk-on. So, I mean, that's actually very, very, very solid. He didn't transfer in from anywhere. I just want to make sure. Marcus Strong was here last year. He didn't transfer in from anywhere. But anyway, we only care about running Evan Dickens. Deshaun Bishop was our number 1 guy. He only had 690 yards and 4 touchdowns. So I don't know what happened there. But our other guy there in Evan Dickens, he had 1,200 yards. So he was pretty solid. But we ended up making the New Orleans Bowl against Louisiana here. As I forgot to show it, but I do end up having to, or I am going to have to show the Heisman, as if you're wondering, it would end up going to Eli Holstein from Pitt. He's only an 88 overall as a senior. He usually gets to like a 95 or a 96, maybe even a 99, but I have to hire some staff here. Colin Heichler? Hopefully I don't mess up that name for obvious reasons, but anyway, he has scheme gurus, so he might actually be our best option. Oh no, that's Colin Heichler again. I was going to say maybe go after Bob Chesney, but I mean, he's scheme guru too, but he's also like widely spread, so maybe it was a better idea to go after, what was his name? I already forgot it. Bob Chesney, that's his name. So I'm actually going to go after Colin Heichler. Hopefully I don't mess up that name. Heichler, I don't want to say it with a, like an I, like an I. So, because I don't want to get, I don't want this video to get taken down, because I don't think that would be the greatest option to say that. That wouldn't be the smartest idea. But our defensive coordinator, Colin, I'm just going to call him Colin. Okay, I'm just going to call him Colin. But we ended up losing to Louisiana. We're going to go 6-7 on the season. Haha, funny number, I know. Shut up in the comments. 28-27 loss, though, to Louisiana. It was only by 1 point. Are we being serious? But anyway, how do we do on that game? Our running back, Deshaun Bishop, there you are. You finally didn't disappear. 201 yards to 2 touchdowns on the season. Or sorry, no, on the game. It's like divided by 2 on your regular season stats. It's like the exact same as you did on that singular game. So I don't know what happened there, Deshaun. I don't know what you were doing, what you were thinking, but it wasn't too smart. As this year, the national championship would end up going to Clemson, beating Michigan 31-28. And next year here at training results, sorry, not training results. I always say training results instead of players leaving. Players leaving. Now we now have a C- championship contender. No duh. We're below 500. We went 6-7. Oh my gosh. Somebody believe Jamari Deloach. No. Oh, he actually stays. Oh, okay. Well, not everything's bad, but Trent Bush also stays. I thought we could have a hot streak, but we don't. But it's going to reignite. That's the word I was looking for. Ethan Hawk. What's his name? Cedric Spears, I might not get him because I think our running back core might actually be getting a little bit too big, actually, now that I think of it. So I know he's a running back, and I said I was going to make sure I keep all running backs, but I mean, I feel like I don't want our running back core to get too big. I don't know why. It just feels like it would be a bad idea because then recruiting would get bad because of like the new recruiting system. EA said something about like a recruiting system where if you recruit too many running backs, and if you have too many running backs on your roster, it's like harder to get said position on your roster, not just for running backs, it's every position. We're gonna lose this guy to Texas. Oh my gosh, I hate that EA does that. I don't know why they do it either. It makes no sense. But anyway, Aaron Fenimore, our center, is actually going to get drafted 5th round, and so does Deshaun Bishop. Somehow an 88 gets drafted lower than an 83. I don't know how that works, but I mean, hey, whatever. Oh my gosh, Miguel Yurchevich, what's his name? I don't know how to pronounce that. This recruiting class was just a disaster, as well as, if I'm going to be honest, I don't even want to show it. I know the video is going to show it, but I don't even want to talk about it. It was just horrible. 2 3-stars. What are we doing? And I talked about it. Okay. Anyway, here, at the end of the transfer portal here, I ended up signing 1 4-star and 27 3-stars. That's right. I did get another 4-star running back, this time in Greg Burrell. He's going to be very, very solid for us. I know he's going to be like the next go. He's not going to be like the shot. I already forgot his name. Just want to show that I didn't show any quarterbacks either, so I don't grow suspicious. I did not recruit any quarterbacks, okay? I did not do that. I am not the cheetah, okay? Which, I mean, you already saw it, actually, now that I think of it, because I went through it all. I went through all the development traits and whatnot. So, you know, whenever it's a quarterback, you know it's a walk-on. So, basically, this is just like a quarterback walk-on only challenge. Greg Burrell, though, he looks really, really good. I mean, where did he transfer him from? We transferred him from UCLA, and apparently he's a real-life guy. I learned that while recording this. He went to Texas State and Washington, and now he transferred to UCLA in-game, and now he's transferring to us in Liberty. Marcus Strong's going to be our quarterback at a 71 overall this year. Champ Montgomery is still a 79. Our receiving core is still booty, as our quarterback's booty. Actually, our tight end's pretty solid, so that's pretty good, I guess. Our O-line looks like it actually needs some work this year. I mean, maybe the freshmen will help out with that. But anyway, getting into next season, we are 79 overall at the regular season. So way better than last year. Hopefully it's not going to be an exact replica of last year, as we were a lower overall and then we were a higher overall and then had a worse season. So hopefully we don't have a copy and paste of last year. As on our schedule this year, it looks like it's going to be Virginia Tech, FCS East, Coastal Carolina, the main suspects. And then Baylor, we're going to play in Baylor, so that might be a trap game, which I mean Coastal Carolina and Virginia Tech, all those guys, all those non-con games are trap games, except for the FCS game, obviously. But I can now get blocking up to tier number 4, and I can also put in something into, I was going to say I'm going to go quarterback, but no, that would be cheating or something, I guess. Which, I mean, I might not even do recruiter. I don't even want. Actually, no, I think I might get everything up to tier 2 with recruiter. That's what I'm going to do. So, yeah, let's get to tier number 1 with receiver. And I'll get to tier 2 for all the defensive as well and receiving. No quarterback, though, of course. But anyway, here, we ended up upsetting Virginia Tech. So that's an insane start to the season, which, I mean, they are like a 76 in game. But we ended up winning 35-21. So that's a very good, that'll make our program like rise in ranks or whatever. I don't know. Micah Aliato, that's going to be our quarterback. I don't know why. I don't know where he came from. But Greg Burrell ended up having 168 yards and 3 touchdowns. This guy's already better than Deshaun, whatever his freaking name was. I don't even remember it. It's just like, I'm not remembering the toxicity. I'm not going to remember it. And it looks like this season definitely might have been an upgrade, as we're going to make the Conference USA Championship, surprisingly against New Mexico State, as we end up going 10-2, as this time a difference is that we are 10-2 instead of like 12-0 or whatever. But Patrick Brazil, a right tackle, ends up committing. James Ficken, a 3-star defensive tackle, commits, and a 3-star will linebacker Brad Moffitt ends up committing, as we get 3 stars in this week for our Conference USA Championship game. When I thought trap game, like a game that you would lose that's like surprising, I wasn't expecting 2-10 UTEP for us to lose by 45-38. I was not expecting that at all. I mean, Greg Burrell and Malik Avery, they both had 100-yard games. And their quarterback threw for 500 yards and 5 touchdowns. That's 100 yards a touchdown. Oh my gosh, what a guy. What a game that guy must have had, is what I meant to say this entire time. But no, I'm horrible at English. Thank you, God, for giving me that. Like, literally, I'm actually grateful. Like, not even saying that as like, damn you, God, or something like that. I would never say that. 1,348 yards from Greg Burrell, though. 15 touchdowns. 880 from Malik Avery. He had an insane season as well, and 10 touchdowns. So, yeah, they were both insane, honestly. So when Greg Burrell leaves, Malik Avery is definitely going to take over. And our receiving and defense, even blocking, we can add blocking as well. They were both insane, which I actually want to jump into this New Mexico State game, which I know I said I wasn't gonna, but hey, a boy can dream, can he? But hey, anyway, I'm just going to run a halfback there with Greg Burrell. I just want to see how he does. I want to see how he goes. How does he go? He goes good. Oh, he goes great. To the 4-yard line, maybe. Was that the 4 or the 5? No, okay, it's just going to pop a moment on my ass whenever I want to know something or something. I don't know. But anyway, here, I'm just going to skip through some moments. I'm going to skip through that. 14-3 now. And now the score is 14-6. As we're going to do another running play, which we are running schools. So I'm just going to do, you know what, when I jump into a game, I'm only allowed to do running plays. How about that? And we're going to get stopped for a loss. Okay. The CPU always makes the field goals, unless you're playing on All-American, I guess. I guess it's only on varsity where they make those, or freshman, maybe even Heisman. Who knows? 28-6 now. That's going to be the end of the game. Yep. We end up winning the Conference USA Championship game, 28-6. Sir Ashtik von touchdown. Ends up winning his, his third, I'm pretty sure, conference championship. But Tavian St. Clair, that Ohio State commit, ends up winning the Heisman. He committed to Ohio State at this point in the sim, 4 to 3 years ago. But we're going to end up making the New Orleans Bowl against Southern Mississippi. So I'm definitely expecting to win this one. I'm pretty sure they went 1-11 in the Sun Belt last year in real life. But anyway, here, we end up having 7 3-stars. 3 7-stars. That would have been insane. That would have been way better. Would have taken that every day over 7 3-stars. I always say that. I don't know why. It makes me so mad. Anyway, actually, Greg Burrell winning the single season rushing touchdowns record. That's crazy, honestly, which, I mean, it's probably Liberty, so it's probably not the biggest, but we're going to lose to Southern Mississippi. I thought that was going to be an easy win, but I guess not, as we're going to end up losing 45-17. Oh, my gosh. What happened there? Anyway, Michael Eliotto, he ended up having 2,000 yards on the season for the end of season stats, by the way. I might as well add that in. He had 15 touchdowns. Greg Burrell ended up having 1,500 yards, 18 touchdowns. And Malik Avery only had 886 yards. He only got 6 yards after that. That's a little confusing. Or did he have 860 or something? I don't know. But anyway, we got to get into players. There's actually 0 players leaving. No, Greg Burrell, don't leave, please. No. No, let's build it up. Let's build it up. We got to build it up. Josh Hammonds, you're going to stay. 3-star wide receiver. I don't know why I said 3-star. Jeremiah Peppers, the left guard's going to stay. Miles Shepley, a left tackle, is going to stay. Freshman left tackle. Greg Burrell, please. 3, 2, 1. Boom! There we go. That's how you do it. You got to build it up. Whenever you want to get a guy to stay on your team, if they're wanting to transfer out, you just got to build it up. You got to get all your other guys to stay, and he will stay, okay? It's a superstition. I always don't know what to say for that word for some reason, but we actually had a draft pick. We had Edwin Spillman, a Mike linebacker, an 84 overall. So, I mean, I don't know how he got drafted there. But, I mean, the XP sliders are the exact same. But, anyway, this year Georgia ended up winning a national championship over Ohio State. So, that's really cool. But, anyway, here, we got to get into the transfer portal now. As I must say, we got to get into our actual recruiting class, how we are actually doing, how we're doing. This guy's had a deal breaker on us for, since week 2, by the way. So that's insanely disappointing, which I'm only going to go by 3 stars and 5 stars, which is what I've been doing this entire time. But how are we doing on our class, which we have a 4-star that actually wants to go to us, which I'm not going to scout him most likely, but I'm surprised there's no 5-star. There usually, or technically sometimes there is. It's not always, but we only need a corner and a strong safety. Let's this guy, Jeremy Meeks. Actually, no, we only want the white cornerbacks. No, let's get this guy, Nakobe Ayodele. Oh my gosh, we have to get him over guys like Georgia Tech, Auburn, Oklahoma. Bro tried to slip in Georgia Tech into there. Yeah, I know, I'm a Georgia Tech fan. Okay, I had to slip us in. Anyway, we also get this guy, Kiki You can read. You got that. I don't. You got that. You can read that. As we're actually gonna get Nakobe Ayodele from wherever he was from. I don't remember where he was from, honestly. We got him over Auburn, Florida State, and Georgia Tech. As what's his development? Okay, it's not open yet, but Kiki Ikiwiki. I'm gonna call him that. I'm gonna call him Kiki Wiki. That's what we're gonna call him. We're calling him Ikiwiki. But anyway, here, let's see how he did. Okay, it's just gonna jump straight into next year. Don't know why that happened. Honestly, I kind of broke the fourth wall there, but we upset Maryland and Virginia Tech. I guess I didn't get into training results or anything, so it's a little bit too late for that. But anyway, as you want to know, I just got an 81 overall team, but Greg Burrell had 214 yards in that game against Maryland. How did he do for against Virginia Tech? Because he went 418 yards against Maryland. He had to win against 200 yards against Virginia Tech. Win against, what am I on about? 81 overall for us, though. You did not hear that voice crack. Okay, I tried to slip it up, but just I'm gonna brainwash you into thinking you did not hear that. I get voice cracks I get sore throats like every month. Okay, it's like a period. It's like it goes on. It's like my time of the month. Every year I get a voice crack for some reason. Every month. But we got 2 4-stars already committed, and we got another 4-star coming on the way. We're first for him. We're actually getting a player of the week. It's Kiki Ukuwiki. Oh wow, what do you know? Okay, that's cool, but we're 5-0 now. We're ranked number 15th now. So that's really good. We ended up being Coastal Carolina, Jacksonville State, and Missouri State, of course. Which, I mean, they're like 0-6. But, oh my gosh, few tips to the trap game again. But this guy, Rodney. Oh, no, that says Rodney. I thought it was 2 O's. We're probably not going to get him, so don't be surprised. No, this hard sell is just not going to do it. But let's get into just the end of the season, honestly, which we went 12-0. We're now on 82 overall, by the way, which we're ranked 10th, which we only won 10-0 against Coastal Carolina. That's a little confusing, I guess. But we're going to play Middle Tennessee in the Conference USA Championship next week, which, let me show you the recruiting before we get into stats. See if we got any of those 4-stars, all those 4-stars, which we did not. We only got 3 of them, but we also signed 8 3-stars. We have the 22nd best class with 8 3-stars, as well as this season, we ended up beating Middle Tennessee 34-6, as I might as well show you if we cheated or not. No, we did not, baby. We did not do that. We're no cheaters in here, okay? But we actually made the college football playoff. We're going to be playing Colorado here, which now that I'm realizing I did not show the actual force one, so now I look like a cheater once again. But anyway, Alex Monseke, is actually going to win the Heisman. An Iowa State quarterback. I don't know if he's real or not. Sorry, Iowa fans, or if he's on our other team in real life, which I'm assuming he was since he probably transferred. Sorry about that if you're a fan of him. But Greg Burrell in his senior season had 1,800 rushing yards and 8 rushing touchdowns. That's a little odd. Only 8 rushing touchdowns. I don't know. Oh, hey, Kiki Ukuwiki actually had the most tackles on the team, so that's cool. But anyway, here, getting into this game against Colorado, I think we could be able to win it. I don't know, though. I have, cough drops on my bed right now. I'm trying not to eat them. They're like my award for completing this video, basically, because I've had sore throats, every month. I don't know why. We're actually going to win against Colorado. I was actually expecting that. I'm not going to lie. I was expecting that. But we now have Miami against the Cotton Bowl, which we are now 14-0. Can we go 15-0? As against Colorado, we ended up winning 40-23. As the 9th seed, we actually had home field disadvantage. Or Colorado had home field advantage is what something I should say. But anyway, let me show you if there was a force one. There was no force one there. Actually, I should have showed Middle Tennessee game. I should have shown that, which means we probably would have beat them even if we had a force win or a force loss. Even if we had a force loss, we still probably would have won it. But I actually unlocked Architect, which I'm going to get that up to tier 2 for running backs. I did get Recruiter to tier number 2 for all the other positions, by the way, not including quarterback, as I should say, because that's the point of the challenge. But we ended up losing to Miami 45-0. No force win, no nothing, no play. But anyway, it's going to be Auburn against Miami in the national championship. I don't know why I repeated no play 50 times there. Don't ask. But anyway, here, let's see who ends up winning that. It's going to be, drum roll please. I'm going to end it in drum roll sound effect. Let's go here. Just kidding. There's no drum roll sound effect. We are on a low budget, okay? It's going to be Auburn winning the national championship over Miami 41-35. What a national championship that should have been. Very high scoring. That's got to be top 10 biggest national championship things or something, biggest scores of all time. No, it's probably not. It's probably something else, most likely. But Nakobe Adeli is actually the only guy that wants to transfer, but is oh no, that's a pro draft. He wants to get drafted? No, buddy, you're not getting drafted. You're going to your senior season, buddy. Yep, that's what I thought. Which that was actually our only guy that wanted to leave in general in players leaving, so that's a little confusing. I don't know how that happened. The human team max transfers. First of all, it's on 30. I boosted it up to 30. I know it's only at 20 at the beginning of the video, but yeah, I actually boosted it up to 50 for these transfer chance. But Greg Burrell did end up getting drafted in the 3rd round, and Jeremiah Clinton, a center, did end up getting drafted in the 3rd round as well. So that's really good for him as in National Signing Day. Let's see how we did on the regular recruiting class. We ended up signing 13 guys, 3 4-stars, and 10 3-stars. I'm so used to saying 3 stars now that I'm saying 3 stars when I mean 4 stars. Actually, in a recruiting battle against Maryland, which we lost a guy to Notre Dame and we lost a guy to Auburn. We only have one guy to sign, Andy Schuler. I don't know why I said Andy, but I mean, hey, whatever. You actually have this guy, Austin Fontaine, another 4-star running back that wants to come here. Look how better our grades are, by the way. It's like a color grid or something, or like a rainbow. What's it called? Like a color grid where it's like the palette of colors, not like on a painting thing. But sorry for the freeze, but I did end up moving us over to the ACC, which the thing glitched and the video did not show that. By recording glitch is what I meant. But yeah, anyway, I did move us over to the ACC, which we have Florida week number 1. That's our first look at our non-con schedule, so that's going to be kind of cool. And we also had an 86 overall quarterback. That is right, I did not pick him up. That's going to look insanely suspicious. But also our non-con this year was Ball State, Coastal Carolina, and an FCS school, I'm pretty sure. And let's get into next season where we actually upset Florida 42-38. Oh my gosh, they were number 8 as well. We're now number 4 ranked. As we moving yourself over to the ACC must make you really good. Skylar Dotson, 86, 399 passing yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. I think this is probably the first time our running back and our quarterback was good. Oh my gosh, he had 127 rushing yards. Oh my goodness, what a game that was. I'm so proud of this team. As I said, our non-con was consisting of all those other good teams and whatnot, but we actually upset Virginia Tech as well, as Terrence Lyles were 3rd, 4th, so that sucks. But anyway, the Heisman ended up going to Lionel Kenyons. I pronounced that horribly, but we actually made the college football playoff despite not making a bowl game, a conference championship. And yeah, our stats on the season, oh my gosh, Skylar, not 2,500 yards, 28 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I mean, that's not really the best, but Darian Komar is actually our quarterback 1, as he had 1,397 yards, 10 touchdowns. Friggin' Austin Fontaine was actually nowhere to be found, even though I signed him, so I don't know what happened with that, honestly, but I actually want to jump into this game against Arkansas, but before we do that, we have to get Architect up to tier number 4 for our running game. And we actually can also afford one for level 1 for blocking. So, I mean, hey, you got to take advantage of every opportunity you get, you got to take advantage of this. Like, I'm taking advantage of doing YouTube right now, even if I'm not doing, basically anything. But I want to hop into this game against Arkansas, which I was going to play the most, but I ended up not. And I did not record any footage at all, but we actually ending up getting Scheme Guru, so that's really cool. But we beat Arkansas this year 20-6. But let's all hop into this game against Michigan, as we are up by 1 score, 22-18. I'm probably just gonna cover zone most likely. Oh my gosh, you're gonna take forever to snap the dang ball. Hurry up. Oh my gosh. So why is there so many motion? Okay, finally, took you long enough, as we're gonna get a sack. No, we're not. Okay, he's gonna throw it out. He almost got a sack though, so that's good. Let's just go with a cover 3 probably. Which, I mean, I don't know any of the defense plays. I'm just gonna keep it a $150 with you. You know what, I'm just gonna cut this mic out. I'm just gonna show some gameplay, honestly. Alright, so I know that I was going to show the entire video and whatnot, and it looks suspicious of a forced win since I did unfortunately give up a big 4th down, but that was all the video that recorded, because I can only record like 4 minutes at a time for whatever reason, because Xbox hates me. But yeah, anyway, we did end up winning that game. I'm pretty sure the score was like, actually no, the score was like the exact same score. It was 22-21. So actually no, that wouldn't be a forced win, as you can tell right here. But I mean, anyway, yeah, so back to the video now.